The Leader of the Opposition.
I move that so much of the standing orders be suspended as would prevent the Leader of the Opposition from moving the following motion immediately. That the House calls on the Prime Minister to immediately 1. Commission an independent inquiry into the sexual assault allegations against the Attorney-General. 2. Provide a full explanation of his government's response to the reported sexual assault of Brittany Higgins in the Defence Minister's office in March 2019. 3. Act on the Australian Human Rights Commission's Respect at Work report. And 4. Improve support programs that prevent gendered violence. Mr Speaker, we heard from the Prime Minister today that the Prime Minister allegedly says that the document that contains the information from the person who's made allegations about the Attorney-General, he did not read. He did not read. It was forwarded on to the AFP without him having a copy of it, which is his excuse, consistent with the fact that he is tone-deaf, consistent with the fact that he refused to listen to the words that were said by the women who spoke outside at the March for Justice today. Now, anyone who knows anything about the Prime Minister's office should be, quite frankly, horrified about the national security implications of the fact that a document such as that can come into the PMO, be forwarded to the AFP and not have a copy of it kept or a record kept in the Prime Minister's office. It is just not credible. Just as it's not credible, as Peter Credlin, Julie Bishop and Malcolm Turnbull have documented, that no one told the Prime Minister about what had occurred, the reported sexual assault just metres from his office, until the Monday when it was reported on news.com.au. This is in spite of the fact that you have had at least 3 ministers informed of this. This is in spite of the fact that the Prime Minister's office has someone who was the Chief of Staff to Senator Reynolds at the time working in his office. That's in spite of the fact that we know that there was multiple people in the Prime Minister's office knew. That's in spite of the fact that the Parliament even had issues occur, such as the cleaning of Senator Reynolds' office on the Saturday when it was scheduled to be cleaned on the Sunday under normal circumstances. All of this occurred, and yet no one told the Prime Minister anything at all. But it gets worse than that, because journalists were making inquiries to the PMO on the Friday, and still, all weekend, no one said anything to the Prime Minister. No wonder Brittany Higgins feels let down. No wonder Brittany Higgins gave such an extraordinary statement outside, where she said, "I had my suspicions confirmed when the media exposed a long list of people who knew what had happened to me, a list that seemed to grow by the day as truths about internal reviews, Senate committee submissions, office cleans and witness accounts were all unearthed." Brittany Higgins also said,
The Leader of the Opposition will resume his seat. The Leader of the House.
Mr Speaker, I think Leader of the Opposition's had a fair go. I move that he be no longer heard.
The Leader of the House has moved that the Leader of the Opposition be no further heard. All those of that opinion say aye. To the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. Division required. Ring the bells for 4 minutes.